Hi guys, it's Penny Rose Journals. How are you all today? I was just tidying up my desk and found this little box. Decided out of the blue that I was going to decorate it and thought you guys might be interested in coming along for the ride. So, I had already started organising what I wanted to use. And then suddenly thought, maybe you guys would want to see. I did do a video on Friday for you all. I uploaded it and it's still sitting there saying it's pending. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it'll turn up eventually, maybe it won't. But if you suddenly see a video pop up randomly that says, I'm looking forward to my weekend, I did do it before the weekend. It just, who knows? I think what happened, this is my theory. Not that I have very many theories. I've been on YouTube about 8 seconds. But an ice cream truck went past while I was filming, and I'm wondering whether the algorithm picked it up and thought, music, maybe it's copyrighted. So, don't know. I will or will not get informed, I guess, whether or not it's going up and why. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So I thought I'd do this with old advertising that I have. It's just reproduction. There's nothing, it's not actual old advertising. It's just printed papers that I've coffee dyed. I've done this a few times. I collect these little boxes from people when they, either give me gifts or they receive gifts and think, oh, she'll want that. So, that's where the little boxes come from. I think I'll put this on the other side. There is a brand name on the other side, which I'm not sure if should be covering up before I flip it over. So we will, I'm just measuring up. This is the closest you'll see me measure. You'll see to me measuring. I don't do that. What do I do with this? What do I do? Yeah, I'm not much of a measurer. This is my paper cutter. It's a big huge one, but I leave it half folded if I'm just doing things like this, so that I have space for it. It actually lives under my desk. There's a box under my desk that pushes up against the underneath of my desk and the wall, and it just sits on top of that, and it's far away enough for me not to give it a kick. So but I'll just leave it off to the side here for now. Right. I will glue this on, but I'll do it over there off camera so that the brand name on the box is not visible. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, so we'll just be rather safe than sorry, being as, I'm still waiting for Friday's video to turn up. I don't want to lose another one. That will just be super annoying. So right, there you go. Covered up nicely. Don't really need to do the bottom of the box, but it just looks better in my opinion if it all gets covered. So that way, it doesn't matter which way you hold it up, you've got a little box. Right, sides and back. Well, this one will fit on one of the sides nicely. So that works for me. I can probably just cut out 2 of those. Tiny sliver off there. A tiny sliver off there. So I hope you're all enjoying your weekends. I didn't get around to doing my deck, which I did mention in the video on Friday, just in case it turns up. I did do a big project yesterday though, so I'm pretty happy with what I've achieved this weekend. I went and bought a roll of bamboo. I have a spa bath in my bathroom and hate it. I know that makes no sense to a lot of people, but I'm not a bath person, and I'm also not a spa person. I really dislike spas. Always have. Just weird me stuff, I guess, but yeah, don't mind me, I'm just working things out in my head. Yeah, I would, I'm just going to remeasure that. That's just not going to work out in my head today. Yeah, I've always hated the spa bath in my bathroom. So, I actually cleaned my bathroom the other day, and I said to my daughter, this probably says something very bad about my personality or my levels of cleanliness or something, but my spa bath is a dumping ground for dirty clothes. I use it as a hamper. That's all it's ever used for. And yeah, I just cleaned my bathroom and did all my washing and dusted out the bath for the umpteenth time this month, because it's just always full of dust because I never use it. And I said to my daughter, I feel so uncomfortable in my bathroom. My bathroom's clean and I feel uncomfortable. I don't like it. It's, yeah, that big open white bath sitting there in the corner is just annoying the absolute. Sorry, my little dog distracted me. It's just annoying me. So yeah, I thought, no, I've got to do something. So I went and bought a roll of bamboo the other day. And yesterday I spent cutting down the roll of bamboo so it would fit over my bath. And now my bath is covered up by this beautiful bamboo carpet, essentially. And, oh, it's so nice. I got a little set of shelves and popped on it so that I can have some candles on it and a little rubbish bin for my bathroom, and I bought myself a new hamper to put my dirty clothes in now that I can't dump them in the bath anymore. And oh, I'm so happy in there. It just looks so good. It's so nice. And no more great big dust trap in the corner of my bathroom. Big white dust trap. Oh, that was a big fail. So yeah, I was very pleased to do that yesterday and get it all finished in one day. I did get sunburnt though, because I was out in the front yard cutting the bamboo, because I don't really have shed space or something to work in. So yeah, I popped it out on a couple of sawhorses in the front yard, and yeah, by the time I'd finished up, I was well sunburnt. So, well, just my back from just leaning over cutting pieces of bamboo. So yeah, I should know better at my age. I knew. I actually was texting a friend and said at the time, I bet I'm getting sunburnt. But, you know, I persevered anyway, because that's just what I'm like. And yes, I did end up getting quite sunburnt on my back, the back of my neck. So that's kind of unpleasant. But it's done anyway, and it looks really good. So I'm very happy that it's done. I don't have to look at that bath anymore. Yeah, because I don't use it, and it was just sitting there collecting dust, and I was just over looking at it. So I'm just going to cut the bottom off of that so that I get more of the picture. Yeah, so that's nice. I got something achieved this weekend, and yeah, I don't feel like doing the deck now. Basically, I got a bit worn out yesterday. I really did overdo it a bit, and with the sunburn, I spent the early evening just laying in bed watching videos in my pajamas, just relaxing, because I just yeah, like I say, overdone it a little bit, but you know, that's how I work. I'm just stubborn. Something needs to be done, it's going to get done if it kills me. So yeah. So I watched a bit of TV and I watched some videos, and that was my evening. I wasn't particularly early to bed, but yeah, I got to bed at a reasonable time. That's going to be at the top, so I'm going to put it that way. Unfortunately, this is going to be upside down one way. There's nothing I can do about that. But if you have the box up the way I intend you to have the box, which is actually that way, then it will be up the right way. But that is up to whomever ends up with the box. What will I do with the box? I will make a tiny journal and pop into it in a similar sort of decorated fashion. So I like to leave this little bit of white space if I'm not going to cover the box entirely, you know, like literally wrap it. And I like to leave the little bit of white space around. It just gives it a bit of a frame. So yeah. So yeah, I will finish this off, and then like I say, I'll make a tiny journal that will fit in it, and usually I just give them away as gifts or whatever. I'm going to use that top piece, but I want it to be central, just to be super awkward. First I'll cut a sliver off the top, make it straight, because they've all been ruler torn. There's yeah, when I cut these out of the printed sheets, I always tear them rather than cut them. Okay, take a tiny bit off that side, a bit off that side, and it needs to be about that high. Yeah, I don't measure, don't enjoy. You saw me do the sides of the box. I can't even work out which way to hold them to get them to cut the way I want them. So yeah, you have seen me measuring that bamboo yesterday. It took me longer to measure it than it did to cut it, and it was, you know, 1.5 meters square. There was plenty to cut, trust me. So yeah, I was measuring and it wasn't working out, and I was measuring and it still wasn't working out, and I couldn't for the life of me work out what I'd done wrong, or what I calculated wrong to have it measured the way it was. But I have learned, because my measuring is so terrible, you know, that whole, you know, measure twice, cut once, or measure 3 times. It's more with me, it's more like measure 8 times and cut once, because rolls of bamboo aren't particularly cheap. I didn't want to mess it up, so yeah, I measured and then realized that the reason it wasn't working out the way I expected it to was because I had to cut it before I measured the corner, because it had a corner cut off. It was like a big square with one corner cut off, and the corner cut just wasn't working out in my head, and I just could not work out why it was so much bigger, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you have to cut down the panel first, you dummy. So yeah, that was that was one of those moments that you don't want to tell anybody, and I've just told everybody on YouTube. So yeah, I don't mind. I'm sure we all do dumb things from time to time. But it worked out. I didn't cut it wrong. It was all just perfect when I put it inside and popped it on my bath. And then, yeah, I got some mats to cover up some of it, and like I say, some little shelves, and I bought some candles and whatnot, and yeah, it looks very nice, and I'm so much more comfortable in there now. So yes, now that I've gone on about my bathroom renovation that I did over the weekend, I finished the box. You all now know more about my bathroom than anybody in the world. So I hope you liked this. I hope you thought it was a cute idea. Like I say, I will build a little journal and pop in there. I will also line the inside. I'll probably do that once I've made the journal, but normally I would line it on the bottom with a piece of this paper, and then I will more than likely line the sides with washi tape, because I can get a nice straight edge easily there then. And yeah, so there you have it. There's my little box project. I will bring you along for the creation of the journal when I do it, if you'd like me to, and yeah, you can see the finished project then. So thanks very much for popping along with me today. I'm really sorry that other video isn't up yet. Hopefully it turns up. If it doesn't, I guess I'll just have to do it again and hope a ice cream truck doesn't go past this time. Things are weird, aren't they? All right, well, thanks a lot for coming along today. It's been nice having a chat with you. I hope my story about my bathroom didn't bore you to tears, and I will talk to you again next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.